Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
In the past year and a half or so, we've all had the opportunity to practice flexibility. During the COVID shutdowns, we had to learn to do things a little differently. While our physical world narrowed to our own homes, our digital world widened through Zoom and other online platforms that helped us connect with other people in new and different ways. Of course, life in general, not even taking into consideration a global pandemic, necessitates the use of flexibility at all times. As humans, we feel safe having plans for our future, but as we know, many plans are in a man's mind, but the counsel of the Lord will stand. Paul had plans, big plans. When he wrote to the Roman Christians, he enumerated them. He said, "I hope to see you in passing as I go to Spain and to be helped on my journey there by you, once I have enjoyed your company for a while. At present, however, I am going to Jerusalem, bringing aid to the saints. When I have completed this, I will leave for Spain by way of you." He planned to use Rome as his home base for missions to Spain, just as he had used Antioch as home base on his travels through Asia and Greece. Of course, his plans and God's plans differed slightly. In Jerusalem, Paul got arrested. If the Jewish leaders had had their way, Paul's life would have ended right then. Imagine Paul's thoughts as he sat in that cell that first night. "Well, Lord, I guess Rome and Spain are out, huh?" But then the Bible tells us the Lord stood by him and said, "Take courage, for as you have testified to the facts about me in Jerusalem, you must testify also in Rome." Oh, how Paul must have reminded himself of that encounter with God over and over. The next 2 years he spent in prison in Caesarea. Then as a prisoner, he began the long voyage to Rome. Even during a storm at sea, Paul had that promise to cling to. In fact, the Lord sent an angel to tell him not to fear the storm. He wouldn't die in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea because he still hadn't stood before Caesar in Rome. God's plans stood firm. We don't know for sure that Paul ever made it to Spain. The Bible doesn't tell us. But he definitely made it to Rome and impacted the capital of the empire with the gospel for 2 years, even from house arrest. Tradition says he did take a mission trip to Spain, returning later to arrest and beheading in Rome. But I guarantee the whole thing was not as he had originally pictured it when he wrote to the Romans. Things rarely happen as we imagine them. I love to plan and schedule and work toward goals, but God's plans, God's schedule, and God's goals for me may be completely different. Or he has an alternative plan of how to get me from here to there. To be honest, the old me would have prickled at that. I like my plans. I don't like surprises, thank you very much. But God is teaching me, as I'm sure He's taught you as well, to be flexible. Because God says in Isaiah 55:9, "My ways are higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So your today may not look like you expect. It may have some twists and turns in it that you don't anticipate. But that's okay, because we know our Father is in control of every minute.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to share a treasure, support this ministry, or get Carla to speak at an event, please contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.